Hello, my name is Leah and welcome to another video. I have my daughter here, so if you can hear her making noise, that's what it is, 16-month-old. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how I lost all my baby weight effortlessly. And this actually came as quite a big shock to me. So there's one thing in particular, and then there was about 4 other things that I think is really important. So the first thing is actually when you are pregnant and how much weight that you gain during your pregnancy. Now, it's super important to still keep healthy and active during your pregnancy, and I know that's really hard if you have nausea and morning sickness, which I didn't have. So that was really a great blessing to me. So I was able to still eat the same and exercise pretty much the same, except for in the 3rd trimester and the second, towards the end of the second. I didn't have any cravings. I didn't have any food aversions. So I ate healthfully and I exercised as much as I could. Towards the end it was just walking, but I would try and do at least an hour walk a day. So that's the first thing, is about how much weight you've gained. I did gain a lot of fluid when I was pregnant, but not really any additional, like I didn't blow out, which I actually do gain weight really easily. It's just my body type. I can build muscle really easily, but I also can gain weight really easily. So I've always been into health, eating healthy and exercising. I am a personal trainer, so I've always enjoyed working out, and I've actually always worked out really hard. Like I love doing hard workouts. I love running. I love cycling. I love doing weights. And I've always done that to keep myself fit and also at the ideal weight. But I always have fluctuated with my weight if I love my food. So anyway, that goes to say that how I lost my weight effortlessly is breastfeeding. Now, my mum told me that when you breastfeed, the weight will, all her weight fell off. And so I kind of knew that was a thing, but I actually didn't really realize that it was a thing, because I heard other people, when I'd say, oh yeah, like breastfeeding, I didn't actually lose weight, I actually gained more weight. I heard that from one of my midwives, because she said her appetite was so huge when she was breastfeeding that she actually just didn't lose weight. So, and your appetite is really big when you're breastfeeding because you're feeding another human. And not just that, the milk production, this is the crazy thing, it burns 500 to 700 calories a day just by breastfeeding. And if you have done any workouts before and you've tracked how many calories you've burned, you realize that a 500 calorie workout is pretty intense, or a 700 calorie workout. Most of us don't even do workouts that are 700 calories. Like, you're going at it hard if you're burning that much in a workout session. So to have that much calorie expenditure every day in, day out, because you're feeding your baby, so you're just not even thinking about it. The weight just really fell off. Like, within the first, I would say 2 to 3 months, I was thinner than when I was before I was pregnant, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, I didn't exercise at all for the first 6 months of my daughter's life. Like, the first 6 months, literally did nothing. I had an emergency cesarean, which I'll do a whole nother video on my birth story, which was totally opposite to what my natural, because I'm into natural remedies. This whole channel is about me treating my body naturally. So I did nothing. I walked maybe once or twice in 6 months. Like, I was not doing anything, and the weight just fell off. So breastfeeding is amazing. I know some women can't breastfeed for whatever reason. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But for me, I could, and I really wanted to try, and it wasn't easy. The first, obviously 2 weeks, you're learning everything. and it's painful and all that. But like once you get past that initial phase, and especially now that she's 16 months old, I'm still breastfeeding her. It's very, very easy. It has been a rough journey though. I've had lots of mastitis and things like that. But as far as the weight control, I've never lost weight like this before. I've never lost weight without me having to think about it or do anything. I wasn't even intending to try and lose weight, and I think when you've had a baby, like you should not be trying to diet or exercise in that first at least 6 weeks. Your body needs to be healing and recovering. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about losing weight. It just came off. Wow, we're building. Yeah. What else can we do? Oh, you want to cuddle? Cuddle? Give me pads. Thank you. I love my cuddles. Okay. What about we sit here and we play with our toys here? Or you can look at the book. Can you look at the book? So that is how I effortlessly lost all my weight and still have continued to keep it off, even though my appetite is great, is large, and it always was, but even before I was pregnant or breastfeeding, I've always had a big appetite. But the breastfeeding, I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it, how easy it was to get rid of this weight. Like normally I'd have to run a lot, and like running is one of the quickest ways to lose weight, but didn't have to take any long runs or anything like that. So the next thing would be what you eat, because like I said, you do have a big appetite, and so there can be... Whoa. So there can be, a pitfall there where you are eating bad food. And so, really feeding your body with nutritious food, with whole foods, staying away from the processed foods. Like we all know this. Don't eat junk food. Don't eat processed foods. Try and eat things in their natural state. That's what I do. That's just my lifestyle. So that for me, I guess it wasn't that hard, because I've already that's part of my life is to eat healthy. And so I think it's important to be able to, once you're past that newborn stage and the exhaustion stage, to get onto meal planning or just preparing good food or getting someone to help you prepare good food. That's really important. The next is sleep. Now, when you are a mother and you're breastfeeding, or even if you're not breastfeeding and you're bottle feeding, you get really exhausted because your baby is getting up during the night. Oh, let's have a look at this book. Wow. Getting up during the night and all that. So the next thing is getting a good sleep, and that I think, if it means for you getting a sleep consultant to help with your baby's sleep so that you can sleep, I highly, highly, highly recommend that. I didn't get a sleep consultant, but I was almost about to, because it was that bad. But I did do sleep training with Shiloh, and I've done a whole videos, I've vlogged 8 days of me sleep training her. So I highly recommend doing that if that is something that that you're not getting, is rest, because that's really important for your hormones, and you just need sleep. You need sleep to lose weight. I'm just saying, if you're cutting out on sleep, especially those hours before midnight, you'll notice that night shift workers, they tend to gain weight if they've been doing it for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, or whatever. All night shift workers tend to have, start putting on the weight and gaining weight. I actually knew someone who was really healthy, really fit, would run like 10 kilometers a day, but only went to bed at like 3 a.m. And that person started to put on weight, even though she was eating really healthy and exercising every day, like 10 kilometers a day. Like, she was not getting sleep, her body was exhausted, and it was just going to hold on because your body's stressed. So getting sleep is another thing, and then drinking lots of water, making sure you're hydrated, and yeah, drinking water is super important. Hold on a second, I've got someone calling me. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to sell my wedding dress on Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree, which is like a website in Australia, and I've got so many scammers right now just trying to buy it. It's so annoying. So if you're after a wedding dress, I am trying to sell mine. Anyway, that is the end of this video. So there was not really any secrets here. It's basically, breastfeeding is amazing for weight loss, but not just for that, for your baby, is why I do it. And I didn't do it to lose weight, and that's just a happy bonus that happened to me. And so, yeah, I hope that this wasn't a disappointment to you, but if you can breastfeed, if you're pregnant or you're going to become pregnant, really try and stick it out. If you know you find it really hard and want to give up, not because you want to lose weight, but because it is like the best food for your baby. Yeah, go to a lactation consultant, go and find support, and yeah, try and do it because it is amazing. And the added bonus is that you get to slim down and look like a healthy, amazing mum that you are. This is not to, yeah, I don't want this to come across the wrong way as far as weight and mothers are concerned, because yeah, weight shouldn't be our focus, I guess, but I know people do want to lose the baby weight when they, like after they've had their baby, because your body does change a lot. Yeah, losing weight and looking a certain way is one thing, but having like good mental health and being actually healthy is the most important, because as I said, I haven't really exercised. I didn't exercise for the first 6 months, and even now I haven't really started exercising again consistently. So while I do look thin, I am not that fit, and that's not that healthy. So I'm looking forward to getting back into a regular exercise routine. I have started walking quite consistently, but I'm wanting to do weights again to build up my muscle because I've lost a lot of muscle. And but yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.